Okay, good morning, class. In the last class, we have studied the first part of work study, that is method study. Today, we will get into work measurement. As per definition, work measurement is the time taken to finish the work of a particular job is known as work measurement. So, if there's a full length job, a part of the job is a work, the time taken to finish that work is work measurement. So here we understand that in work measurement, we are dividing the entire task into entire job into small tasks, small works. It consists of methods for determining the time to be involved for completion of a job. So what does work measurement do? It determines the time for the job. That is the task of work measurement. It determines the time for the job. Through calculation, it gives a standard time for doing a job. The ultimate time that you get from a job, get from measurement is the standard time. The standard time is time in which the work should be completed. Okay? Now, objectives. What are the objectives for doing this work measurement? First, to prepare budget by calculating the standard cost. Since you've got standard time, you've got the standard cost, so you can create your budget. Then to maintain balance between tasks needing men. So which task needs how many people? That is how many man hours basically. You can schedule accordingly. So if a task requires more man hours, then more people will be involved in that task. If a task requires less man hours, then less people will be involved in the task. So you can balance the man hour capacity as per your needs. To determine work capacity of machines, if machines are used by people, you need to also determine the work capacity of the machines. To schedule and plan work, to maintain balance in the production lines. In production lines, you have to maintain balance because of different products that have been produced, how much of which product is going to be produced. To evaluate cost of new products, that is, the standard time gives you the standard cost in the first objective, as I told you. So if the standard cost is given, so cost of new product is also determined. If standard cost of the product is given, the cost of that product is also determined. It gives base for wage or incentive plans. So if you perform better than the standard time, you get more incentive. If you perform less than the standard time, you get less incentive. But standard time is the basic base. So that gives you the wage base on which you can perform the calculations of incentives and wage rates. To give base for the measurement of supervision, so how much to supervise, what to supervise is also given by work measurement. How supervision needs to be done. There are plenty of methods of work measurement like stopwatch time study, predetermined motion time study, work sampling. These are certain techniques of supervision and work measurement. It provides time standards. Again and again, we are repeating, it provides the standard time. Next is the advantage. It acts as a base for comparing productivity of the other work methods. If there are other work methods available, the work method that you are following right now, what is the comparison between time standards? Comparing productivity of other work methods. Through other work methods, what was your productivity? Through this work method, what is your productivity? This comparison can be made. It helps in planning accurate work schedules. So, which people will be involved in which task can be accurately planned and monitored. It is essential to adjust work for different workers. Workers can be skilled, can be semi skilled, can be unskilled. So, the level of skill of the worker or what type of work the worker is used to be doing, based on that, the work adjustment can be made for the worker. It gives the base for wage incentive plan. Again, we had the same thing. Estimation can be done for tendering, selling prices, and delivery schedules. So tenders can also be estimated, as the cost can be estimated, the selling price can also be estimated, and also the delivery schedules, how fast you can deliver. Because if you know how fast you can make the product, you know how fast you can deliver the product. It compares actual time with the scheduled time. So what was the scheduled time and what is the actual time? It gives a comparison. These are the advantages of work measurement. Procedure in work measurement, very simple. First, find out the work to be studied, records of situations, skills, methods, and elements. Situations. Under what situations the work is carried out? Maybe there are three factories in three places of the country. In three factories, in one place the climate is cold, in one place the climate is humid, the one place the climate is hot and dry. So in three different climatic conditions, situations, the productivity can be different. Say for example, the soil you are working on. The soil can be hard soil, the soil can be rocky soil, the soil can be loose soil. Based on that, the work can be different. So the situation is to be taken into consideration. Skills, again, semi-skilled, unskilled, or skilled. What kind of work are you using? Methods and elements that you're using for the work. Calculate time over sufficient number of activity cycles. Now you need to get just a stopwatch and calculate time several for the activity and calculate the average time of the activity. After calculating the average time, what do you do? Record and separate out random elements from productive elements. There are some random elements in the study, like you have seen in time series analysis, there are random fluctuations. Similarly, in work study, there are random fluctuations which are not in your control. So you have to remove those random fluctuations and only focus on the productive elements. Calculate the normal time for doing the work using performance rating. Now, what is normal time? Normal time is the average time into performance rating. Any time that you have got from the repetitive tasks, the average time that you have got into performance rating gives you normal time. Now, what is performance rating? Performance rating means how much performance level do you expect from your workers. Say, for example, your performance rating is 100%. That means whatever the industry standard is, you expect your worker to perform accordingly. If your performance rating is 80%, it means you don't expect your workers to perform better than the industry standards. 80% into average time means it will give you a time less than the average time. Say for example, I want to produce this mobile phone. As per industry, this mobile phone takes, say, 2 hours to get produced. If produced manually, it is not produced manually, it is produced manually and through machines. So if produced manually and through machines, it takes about 2 hours. Now, this is the industry standards. Now, if I want to see that I want the performance rating to be lesser, that is maybe 80%. That is 80% of 200 is what? Sorry, 2 hours is what? It will be lesser than 2 hours. It will be not be 2 hours. It will be lesser than 2 hours. So maybe 50%. 50% of 2 hours is what? 1 hour. So I would expect my worker to complete the task in 1 hour. So I am becoming more strict. I am becoming more stringent in calculation. This is performance rating. Now, when you multiply your average time with performance rating, you get normal time. Now, provide allowance to find the standard time. There are certain allowances that needs to be given. The worker cannot work continuously throughout the day for 8-hour shift. There are allowances to be given. So give the allowance to calculate the standard time. And what are the allowances? We will see in the next slide. We are just giving the brief idea of what are the times that we need to calculate. Normal time is average time into performance rating. Standard time is normal time plus allowance. Basic time is observed time into observed rating by standard rating. So now what are the allowances? Relaxation allowance. You need the workers to relax. You cannot expect the workers to continuously work. Special allowances needs to be given. Policy allowance needs to be given. Now see, normal lunch breaks needs to be given to the workers. Normal fatigue allowance needs to be given to the workers. So these allowances needs to be given to the workers. Now after these allowances are given, then you calculate the standard time. Because without giving this allowance, if you calculate the standard time, that means you are expecting exactly the worker to be doing the work without any rest. So these are basically the brief concepts of work measurement. I will provide you a handout, a snapshot of a handout where you will get the brief details or brief outlines of the various procedures of doing the work measurement studies. After this class, you please get on to your quiz, complete the quiz, and after that, you may end the class. Thank you very much.